So welcome friends to our regular Thinking Thursdays. And today is a wonderful day. First of all, Happy New Year to everybody. And that hopefully the new year is going to bring lots and lots of wonderful events in your life. And you're going to create some beautiful memories this year. Also, this new year is very special for all of us because it totals a number 8, right? 2024 is a total of 8. So Shani or Saturn is going to be around us. And so it's going to teach us how to balance our life. So let us learn about balancing today, okay? And that's why I thought we'll begin the new year with Shilpa M. Menon, who's going to talk to us about dream incubation. And especially why dream incubation is what I selected to begin the new year is because we need to balance the physical world or the material world in which we live and also the subtle or the astral world in which we live. Because as we know, the material discomfort that we experience somehow gets manifested in our dream world, right? And that is why we also have dreams which are disturbing at times because somehow, we are not able to differentiate the two spaces, okay, or the two different realities. And so I thought we should begin this year with understanding about balance and how to balance ourselves in life. And who better than Shilpa to talk to us about dream incubation? I've known Shilpa for a very, very, very long time. She's a very dear person to me, and many of you and Shilpa knows that. What do I say about Shilpa except she's an angel sent to us from some space outside. Shilpa does a lot of angelic reading. She does a lot of NLP coaching. She's just certified as an NLP coach. She's a past life regression therapist. She does tarot reading. She does numerology. And the most important thing that Shilpa does is she's an high intuitive reader. She has the ability to intuitively connect to the angels and to many other things. And I think that's one of the reasons that dream incubation is very dear to her. She's able to connect to astral realms very easily, channel things. And I think that is a rare quality. It's a gift that a few people have and a few people cultivate. But I think Shilpa has this rare gift. And today I thought we begin the new year with Shilpa. And let's understand about dreams, understand about dream incubation, and understand about how we can take guidance from dreams. I think I can keep talking about Shilpa, but I just want to say that she's like a gypsy, she's an adventurer, she's somebody who lives it to the fullest. And that's what I love the most about her. She knows that life is to be celebrated. So I think it's a perfect speaker for us after Human Library. So thank you so much, Shilpa, for coming in here. And I hope and pray that this year is going to be super for you and for all of us also. So I'm going to make you the co-host just in case you want to show a PPT. But over to you, Shilpa.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited. Thank you, everyone, for showing up for this fantastic topic. Extremely dear to my heart. As Ma or Dr. Jain spoke a lot about me, but I've been dreaming for 30 plus years. And there is a Japanese saying. So in Japan, there is a belief that the first dream that you get in the beginning of the year literally talks about your luck for the entire year. So it's like a fortune. For some of us who may not recall our dreams, I would say extended to a week. And the term is called as Hatsume, which means whatever you're going to start dreaming, you will start creating that kind of energy throughout the year. Dream is a very vast topic. I've kept it absolutely contained to dream incubation. However, let me just run through a bit of what are dreams, why do we sleep and dream, and then move into the topic of dream incubation. All right. So I'm just going to see how I can share the screen. Okay. Can you guys see the screen?
Yes, perfect.
Show me a thumbs up. Oh, great. So one of the first question I most frequently get before I even get into dream incubation, do we all dream every night?
Yes, I do.
Yes, thank you. Yes, as a matter of fact, all of us dream every night. But now, with the science and the studies, they say that it's just that most of us don't remember our dreams, but we do. Let's see how many percentage also remember their dreams. In this group, how many people remember their dreams? All your dreams, Ratna. I can just see you. I can see lip miming because I'm on the PPT, so I can't see all everybody on the screen. Um, but yeah, study reports that people on average remember about 7 to 10 dreams per month. That's the global average. Most often, it combines the people who will wake up and remember the dream, but ideally, an average person will remember close to 3 dreams per week, 3 to 7. Uh, Let me also add on to another trivia here that if you have a good 8 hours of sleep, we dream anywhere between 3 to 7 dreams per night. Yeah, and even if you remember some of them, great. But yes, today it is said that it's very minuscule people really focus on their dreams and work with it. And I was really fascinated by this concept that the universe was created and 24 hours were given to us. Why are 8 hours put to sleep? And what is the entire purpose behind it? And this is exactly what got me into dreaming and understanding the dream world. I'm still doing my studies. But yeah, initially it started with predictive dreams and prophetic dreams, where I would start getting dreams which would come true and the answers would come true. Gradually, I fascinated me saying, "Yeah, ye to hota hai, but this is just happening naturally. How else can I work with the dream world?" And there's this lovely ancient Hindu mythology. I don't know how many of you are aware of this, but it is being said that the Mahavishnu was sleeping. And when he was sleeping in his dream world, through his navel, a lotus was created. And from the lotus came the Brahma. And with a blink of an eye, through the dream world, the earth or Maya or this entire universe was created. And when I read this, I was extremely fascinated. I was like, this is like an inception, a dream within a dream within a dream. There's a Native American belief where they say that the entire world is created on a great back of a turtle. Anybody's heard of that? And that's when I started to think, ki turtle, Kuruma, Vishnu's another avatar is also one of the turtle avatar. And that got me into further studies and research with different mythology. I'll get to that in the later when we have time, but I'm just going to move a little forward now. Dreams. What is a dream? Of course, something that when we sleep, there's a big difference between a waking reality and there is when one with happens with our eyes closed. However, dream is something that speaks with us in pictures. This is one place where everything comes in your visual format. So, dream is a succession of images, predominantly visual in quality, which are experienced during dreams or during sleep. I just spoke about this that our dreams has its own reality. During daytime, we experience a waking reality, and when we sleep, we experience dreams. In Upanishads, in Mandukya Upanishad, they speak about this. There are 4 stages. Based on the Mandukya Upanishad, they speak about Swapna being the second stage, jahan pe dream aata hai. Scientifically, we speak about the REM or the rapid eye movement where your eyes are really entered into deep sleep and your eyes are really moving left, right, left, right. This is when you really enter into the sleep state, or rather, the deepest dream state. I love this because I have noticed this in my body of dream work that one image, anybody who dreams here frequently, also just one image of a dream can literally speak 1,000 words and 1,000 pages. It's like a library. So I've had people where I worked and they said, "हमको सिर्फ yellow color आया था या blue door आया था." And as we unravel, it seems like there are multiple layers because a dream speaks to us in metaphors and symbols. And all of us have a personal dream dictionary. A native Iroquois saying, dreams are nothing but the wishes of the soul. I also have another one where they say that not an uninterpreted dream is an unopened letter from your soul or from the divine. So truly, I believe that dream is a message from the divine or your higher self back to you. Another favorite author of mine said that dream is nothing but an overnight personal therapy. जो आप दिन में इतनी मेहनत करते हो, अगर आप रात को नियत या इंटेंशन डाल के सोते हो, so there is a lot of answers that comes through by the time you wake up or in weeks to come. So I quite enjoy that, when you say यार रात को सो जाओ, सुबह में उठ के सोचेंगे इसके बारे में. So this is a beautiful overnight therapy. Done easily, you can be your own therapist as long as you know how to work with your dreams. Okay, what happens? Dr. Jain mentioned, that we are all into the materialistic world, but there is also this other world, which is the dream world that we speak about. So when we sleep and dream, our body gets deep rest, which also takes care of our emotional, spiritual, and psychological needs. Dreams helps us process and integrate these events. If you're studying, you're giving exams, it's always beautiful to sleep before and after because based on neuroscience, you're creating a new neurological pathways. So your brain can start integrating what you've literally learned, thereby creating a long-term memory for you. So to dream, first of all, is to sleep, and to sleep, an average person needs to sleep close to 8 to 10 hours per day. Sometimes people say 7 to 9, but based on the recent studies, you need this much sleep so as to enter into a deeper healing restorative space. पहले आप सोओगे तब जाके आपको ड्रीम आएगा. Most often, we spoke earlier, dreams provide clues in metaphors, which helps us solve some of our daily problems. Helps us in our dreams, desires, and goals, which will connect to the dream incubation in some time. Dreams also helps us in reviewing past events, reminding us of parallels in the present. And you'll be very, very interesting. It's very interesting and fascinating to know that there is also a category of dream called as a past life dream. So one of the deeper function is to provide pathways to recover repressed or forgotten memories, which can be anything of this lifetime, childhood memories, but also it can take us to previous lifetimes. So let's get into dream incubation. What does the word incubate mean? As you can see, the origin of the word to in is upon, incubate is to lie on. So dream incubation itself, incubate is to lie upon something, to lay down and think about it. Nidra yoga जो हम कहते हैं कि आप lie down करो और आप एक there's a right word I'm looking for it, but you basically make a intention and you lie down when you get into your yoga nidra. Okay, so that is basically what incubate is. Incubation is to brood upon. So आपको कुछ सोचना है, you want to find certain answer, you lie down and you keep brooding upon it. So let's get a bit into the history. What is dream incubation? Once again, there are multiple different cultures that speak about. What you're seeing here is Epidaurus and Greek mythology, which was in 6th BC. I don't know how many of y'all have heard about Asclepion. He was known to be a Greek god whose symbol was a staff with a serpent entwined on it. Okay, so if you look at today's medical symbol categories, it also is quite similar to it. And it's been said that in Greek times, there were massive dream theaters and dream temples. So when somebody wanted an answer, it was like in pilgrimage. They would go all the way to there, sleep in the temple, work with the priest. Of course, there were certain rituals that they would do. And then they would wait for the answer to come through in the dream temple. And even today, there are lots and lots of dream theaters. The Egyptian mythology has an entire book on dreams. We have Tibetan yoga, which we spoke about some time ago. In Jainism, it is said that Sone ke pehle, in fact, the Tirthankars' mothers, before a Tirthankara is born, they would get this 14 precious symbolic dream. And that's how it would be. They would know that there is a leader or a Tirthankara being born to them. So dream incubation was a ritual in ancient time of going to sleep in a sacred place in anticipation of receiving divinely inspired dream. It was a powerful process used in the cultures primarily for healing, but also for seeking guidance from the divine. There was another story to this, that when they would sleep and dream, they would get a dream of the dream god itself. And when he would come through, is when they would know that there are answers that's going to be revealed to them. As a matter of fact, especially in the Egyptian and the Greek theaters, there is this particular pillar, okay? And it has been said that there are up to 70 different remedies given on all these different pillars where the answers are given. And through this, the medicine came from to Hippocrates, and that's how even the science had come through with all the answers to dream incubation. So a lot of scientists, a lot of artists, a lot of ancient people were constantly seeking answers for healing, for the way forward, for their purpose to dream incubation. So I just spoke about the Greek, or there's another one I wanted to speak about. In Islam or Quran, they speak about ishtikara. Ishtikara is basically when you're very confused or when you are in dilemma. जब आप दो राह पे होते हो लाइफ पे and you really don't know what to do. Shall I go right? Shall I go left? What is my way forward? So they have a particular ritual where they actually offer a certain prayer, they put an intention, and they go to sleep. And then they would wait for the dream to come through. So based on Quran and the scriptures, there are certain omens they will get. If they get those omens, it means yes, you can go forward. And if they don't go there, if those omens are not there, then they would say, okay, we are not supposed to follow this path. So you have Ishtikara, which is very, very prominently used. And I've spoken to some of my friends and they said, yes, whenever we are confused, we actually offer those specific prayers and we ask for what is the way forward. Greek mythology, go to the temple, sleep in the dream theater, and ask for the dreams. In Native Americans, or certain shamanic processes. In shamanism, if you will have heard of this word, a lot of people say that if you're a dreamer, you're a shaman by default because you're able to navigate the earthly realm and the other realms parallelly, or the astral realm. So there, of course, they have a concept called as initiation. When you're a young adult, you're actually put on to again certain fasting rituals and certain spaces. You enter into a jungle or a forest where you're meant to receive a gift. And they literally go without food and water for 3 days and 3 nights, waiting for a vision to come through. And only when a vision comes from a spirit guide or an ancestor and they're given a gift is the only time they come back. But of course, shaman or the tribal young man is told as he's initiated how to use the gift and how do you help for the higher good of the community. Yeah? Okay. Where is the sharing again? I think I missed this.
No, you can share. Shilpa, you're still the co-host.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the screen.
At the bottom,
Maybe it's gone down.
Yeah, I found it. Yeah. Thank you. So this was in the ancient time. How about today? Right? So how do we really work with it as of now? So in modern time, the way we work is we ask for a dream to as a question to receive from the unconscious or from your higher self. So when I started to get the dreams, which started to give me certain answers and visions, I was thinking that time that this is still happening on its own. It's organic, right? आप सो रहे हो, आपको ड्रीम आ रहा है, आपको messages आ रहे हैं. That got me again curious to get back to certain research. That is there a way to consciously dream? Is there a way to put an intention? Most of us here, I'm sure, are living a very conscious life. We are mindfully working on how we behave, what are our thoughts, how do we manifest, how do we create a good environment of compassion, kindness to each its own. All of us have a purpose, and we are constantly working with that. So this is when I started to wonder, can we use the ancient ritual in the modern way? A lot of people have done fantastic work around it. So as of today, if you want to find an answer to certain situations in your life, you can work consciously with your dreams. And that is how most people work today. So today, dream incubation is used for healing, for your creative solutions, for your way forward, and many other methods. You can ask me that later, and I'll also get to that bit in a bit. How many of you all have gone through a situation where you said, I'm at a crossroad, आज मेरा दिमाग बिल्कुल नहीं चल रहा है, let me sleep over it. Yeah. And when you sleep over it, by the time you wake up, do you feel you've received a certain clarity? Sometimes it is a dream, sometimes it is just a knowing or a feeling. I exactly know what I'm supposed to do. How many of you all have gone through this situation in your night before sleeping? You're thinking of a situation. It could be as simple as मेरी चाबी कहाँ है, या कल मैं corporate meeting में क्या बोलने वाली हूँ, कल मेरे client के साथ कैसे deal करने वाली हूँ. And how many of you all, by the time you wake up, know exactly what to say and what to do? Great, there are lots and lots and lots of dreamers who are getting lots and lots of responses here. That's exactly what is dream incubation. But now we can do it much more mindfully. Your waking reality is done with mindfulness. You can also start sleeping very, very, very mindfully and consciously. Okay, wow, lot of hands. Let me sleep on this problem. Dream incubation in the modern term is applied for dreaming for purposes of problem solving, healing, and divination. Have you guys heard of, wait, before I get to that, anybody knows through dream world or through dreaming, how many of the known artists or scientists have found their answers? Anybody has any general trivia on this? Okay. The sewing machine, where how to place the needle had come in the dream. Yes, Einstein. Yes, Dr. Vijay.
There are many scientists. They have got solution in
the benzene formula came in the dream.
Yes.
You know. Then there was the sewing machine. What was his name? His name was How. Okay. And what happened to him was he started to dream that the king's men are taking him along and they're holding the spears and he has to find the solution. When he saw the king's men trying to kill him, he saw that वो जो spear है, भाला है, उसके ऊपर needle है, hole है. So he starts thinking that ये तो पूरा उल्टा है, ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए. He wakes up and he creates the final piece of the sewing machine. So benzene was done like that. So was the sewing machine. Anybody else? Einstein, Sonata, the Devil Sonata came in the dream, by the way.
Shilpa, this Samuel Taylor Coleridge, this English poet, he composed one complete poem, Kubla Khan, just by getting the verses in the dream.
Wow.
That's what.
Yeah, I know, and it's fantastic, isn't it? All of these people are consciously thinking before sleeping. Divya, you've raised your hand. You wanted to say something?
शिल्पा, हमारे इंडिया में ऐसे बहुत से हिस्टोरिकल टेम्पल्स हैं जहां पर पुजारी को सपना आया है कि पर्टिकुलर पॉन्ड में जाकर आप मूर्ति निकालिए और उसको स्थापित करिए.
Absolutely. और किसी ने यहाँ पे लिखा है about Ramanujan, which is so true. देवी के टेम्पल में बैठते थे और उनको पूरा वो जीरो की theory आई थी. You know, the theory of infinity. And he profoundly said that in all my structures and formulas, it cannot happen without God in it or divinity in it. Therefore, we say, dream are messages from the divine or the unconscious back to you or your higher self. Even the book of Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, Robert Louis Stevenson, he categorically said that the entire story comes from the dream world. And that's very fantastic. Just to know how you can start consciously dreaming and finding answers. I want to see somebody's written in chat something more. Gomateshwar temple statue stone was guided. Yes. Ahilya Bai. Oh, interesting. I didn't know about Ahilya Bai Holkar, Shivling of Kashi Vishwanath.
Correct.
So, anybody has an idea how do you dream incubate as of today? Yes, सबको तो dreams आए थे, but yeah.
Yeah, so I had some profound dreams after I did my master's PLRT and I returned from Rishikesh. I got exactly the names of people who will be playing the characters in a family constellation session. And also that voice, it was first time, it was Chandi Mata when I returned from Rishikesh, and she said that this is the topic, you will have to get this session conducted, and the whole thing will be done by Dr. Trupti Jain, and these are the people who will be playing these characters. So like that, and later Kal Bhairav Baba also guided me 2-3 times, and we did almost like 5 sessions till now, and these are bang on hits, like they were really healing sessions. So I get the guidance in that.
Yeah, I agree because, before my client meetings or when I have to do mediumship or different kind of work, I usually ask my dream, kal subah mein kya karna hai? How do I work with a particular client? And the entire answer and the messages comes to me in dreams. So I totally love my sleep. I literally wait to sleep. So yes, I quite agree. And some of them are college. So there are about 9 categories of dreams. What you're talking about is most often a precognitive or a prophetic dream or a healing dream where you're guided. So there are, of course, different categories of dreams. And today, somebody had raised their hands for dream incubation. Was it Divya?
Hello. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Divya.
Yes, ma'am. There's one very interesting thing in a field of music that many big जो आर्टिस्ट बहुत बड़े हुए हैं उनका ये हुआ है लाइक लिविंग आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट लिविंग जो अभी भी परफॉर्म करते हैं कि एक पर्टिकुलर पास्ट अवे उस्सा आदिया सम गुरु came in the dream and taught them a particular melody.
Yes.
It happened so many times. And we have so many instances. They made some rag, they made some melody, and it came to them during their dream. Proper teaching.
है ना? So isn't it wonderful कि हम सिर्फ सोच के सोच सकते हैं और हमें जवाब मिल सकता है?
Yes, ma'am.
How
We have the
easy and
capacity.
peaceful your life can get. Like imagine you can put an intention to heal before you sleep. You can ask what is the way forward for you to heal in the journey.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to take you through a very simple process. Okay, how can I dream incubate? And what are these 3 steps I can take? There are multiple processes, but I was told we have 45 minutes, so I'm going to contain to the timeline also. First of all, whenever you want to dream incubate, सबसे बड़ी चीज है नियत. What is your intention? Okay. It's very critical to understand because energy flows where intention goes. So your intention is extremely, extremely important. Second, am I truly willing to receive the message that my dream is going to give me? Message तो आ जाएगा, आप उसको implement करोगे, आप उस पे मेहनत करोगे, because it is still मेहनत. And when you wake up, you've been asked to do something, been asked to work on a particular way. So are you willing to even work through that process? That's equally important. Okay, so I'm going to take you through the 3-step process first. Select something that you would like to bring to your life. Okay, immerse yourself completely with thinking about it, opening to all possibility. So one thing we can do right now, okay, take a piece of paper. Why don't you ask yourself, what is it that you would like to bring an answer to? If you could consciously dream tonight and ask your dream to guide you, what is that one arena of life you would want an answer to? It could be health, it could be work, it could be relationship. It could be, am I on the right path in context to A, B, C, D, whatever it is for you. And when you write it down, check, are you truly willing to face or work with this dream or this challenge that you're looking an answer to? सोचो, कभी कभी हम 3 पॉइंट्स लिखेंगे एंड व्हेन वी स्टार्ट राइटिंग वी रियलाइज वो 3 के बदले 4th वाला ही उसी का हमें आंसर चाहिए, इसका तो अभी चाहिए ही नहीं.
How do you do it for health? Because I mean, won't it be very generic? Suppose
It can be generic, but you can also you can get to specific questions. So why don't you share what is on your mind? I'll be able to guide you better.
Okay. say I was actually having, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I underwent treatment.
Mm-hmm.
I had chemos, I had a lot of radiation.
Mm-hmm.
Then I finally decided I won't have the surgery because the radiation itself was too much on me. So, I mean, I'm okay. This got over in July. I'm okay till now. But there's this little fear, and it keeps coming back in the mind.
Mm-hmm.
Little dot of a fear. I brush it off. I'm quite an optimistic person, normally like very active, very good attitude and all. But ultimately, there is some little jahan bhi dard hota hai, ekdam touch karke dekhte hain. You have that body remembers certain things.
Absolutely.
So, uska kaise matlab, how do you, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what I want also, because I don't want it to come back, because doctors put it into your mind. Okay.
So if I were you, I'll question what, if you don't want it to come back, then what is it that you want?
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah.
So
Okay.
question can be, how is my immunity? How can I build up my immunity?
All right. Okay.
Because तो हम जितना whatever you resist will persist. आप बोलोगे नहीं चाहिए तो आपको dreams भी ऐसे ही आएंगे. आपको चाहिए क्या? And now you're consciously dreaming. So we've had people, and some of us, I work with a couple of group on dreams, and they had certain health challenges, and we actually asked specific question, dear unconscious, dear sleep guides, tell us how to move forward in this health, in my healing journey.
Right.
Right? That can be a question. Definitely. Somebody asked, is being PLR therapist my way? Yes, show me if this is my right path.
Okay.
Yeah. So once you immerse in a question, second step you can also do parallelly is go through all the possibilities that your mind can conceive. मैंने तो ये challenge के बारे में लिख लिया है. मैं reality में इसके बारे में क्या-क्या already कर रही हूँ. So exhaust your brain with all the solutions first. Okay,
Right.
so you set up a mood in the evening. You say, आज रात को मैं सो रही हूँ और मुझे आज इसका जवाब चाहिए. Can be patient, because if you've not been kind to your dreams for many, many months, give it a couple of days for it to start coming back to you. But you can put that question down. Then you just walk away with all the possibilities. कि ये हो सकता है, ये solution है. I can tell you in my 20s, I didn't know this was called as dream incubation. Of course, I was dreaming. I've been a dreamer since many, many, many years, as I mentioned earlier, 3 decades now. And I remember I was put through certain projects and I kept feeling I'm at a dead end. So मैं literally रात को journaling में मुझको तभी भी आदत थी to write my entire next day's process and my things to do. And I would just circle it and think, yaar, I need a solution to this. There has to be a way out. And I've gone off to sleep. Little did I know back in those years, this is called as dream incubation. I've remembered 3 and 4 a.m. I've woken up and literally written the solutions and answers to how to crack it. What is the way forward? There are times I've worked with data and the exact numbers have come through. And then I would go and report to my boss and says, boss, I cracked it, found the answer. And she's like, how do you know it? I said, that I can't tell you. Just tell me if this is yes or no. Because I'm sure about 15 years ago, if I would tell her I had dreamed, she would think I was cuckoo. So मैंने उनको बोला, answer मिल गया, I've cracked it. And they said, this is bang on. So literally, if you think through your problems and find out all the solutions, you're not getting it. Sometimes when you start journaling it down, whatever challenge or question you're asking your dreams right now, answer अपने आप आ जाता है. Then you realize this is not even on my priority. The brain is empty. Move to the next question. What is it I truly want to seek answers on? Once you find that, take it on a piece of paper as you're writing an affirmation or something. At least this is something that works because our body understands symbols and symbological stuff. Take a paper, put it under your pillow. Okay, so ask your question. Be clear that you know what you're really looking for. Think of all the possibilities. Repeat and focus. Keep focusing on the question or the problem before you sleep and maintain focus. You only think about that. अगर आपने सोने के पहले ये सोचा है कि दूध लाया है कि नहीं लाया है, सॉरी, या कल की मीटिंग में क्या करना है, या चाबी कहाँ गई, तो पहले आपको वो हाउसकीपिंग ड्रीम्स आने लगेंगे. But now you want to consciously dream. So completely remain focused on this. Let it be the last activity before you sleep. Plus, are you genuinely willing to receive? So tell yourself, I'm open to receiving the answers and the guidance that is coming to me. The other paradigm is a lot of us sleep with the thought of nothing's working for me. So what you can add very sweetly here is move to the list of a bit of things that have worked for you. So add a bit of gratitude in your life. Because when you sleep with gratitude, your body is releasing happy hormones. And then when you're really praying for what you want an answer for, you're opening yourself to that pathway. Last but not the least, quiet your body. अगर आप इंस्टाग्राम देखोगे तो आपको पक्का ड्रीम नहीं आने वाला है और आपको मिक्स्ड खिचड़ी ड्रीम आने वाला है. So allow your body to relax with either a soothing sound or just your breath. Have a ritual that is very personal to you. Along with that, put an intention that when I wake up, I am truly going to remember my dream. And I believe I'm going to get the solution. These are two very pertinent things. But again, I will say be patient. It's a journey. I pray that most of you, with whatever your questions are, you do find some answers. Even if you get one clue, great. It's a breadcrumb to the way forward. Even if you get that one vision, one word, one sound, offer your gratitude. The next most thing is as soon as you wake up, journal it down or record it down. Because dreams have a habit of evaporating in the first few seconds. If you've suddenly woken up. There's someone I know who was working with me in my dream study group, and she said, Shilpa, to ask for a dream incubation is second level work. पहले तो मैंने चिट के नीचे ये लिखना चालू किया that when I wake up, I will remember all my dreams. When I wake up, I will recall all my dreams. So she did that for literally 1 week. As soon as she started to recall her dream, she says, now I'm going to put a question to the universe. What is it that I'm really looking an answer for? So sometimes through the dream incubation, like I said in ancient time, it was a process of 1 week, 15 days. Be kind, be patient. It will come to you. We just spoke about the studies that not everybody remembers their dreams. Not all dreams do you recall. We have an average of 3 to 7 dreams in the night. And on an average, there are only few people who can remember 4 or 5 dreams during the week. So be kind to yourself. So if I were you, I will first start putting, पहले तो मुझे उठ के dream recall करा लो, उसी का incubation कर लो. And if you're someone who's constantly dreaming, then you can say, okay, I'm seeking for an answer to this question. I'm going to show you some list of questions, which you all can also get an idea on. Something that magically worked for me is always, please show me the way forward. Show me what is next for me. It can be for tomorrow or for the week to come. This, I most often use it as the precursor to the following questions, depending on the categories you all are looking at. How can I resolve my feelings with so-and-so person? I'm going to meet this person tomorrow or in a week to come, or I'm feeling anxious. How do I resolve my feelings with this person? If anybody's taken relationship, you can also consider something like this. Please show me the way forward. Or dear dream, show me how do I resolve my feelings with X, Y, or Z. What do I need to focus most on right now? Maybe our conscious mind says focus on 10 things. The dream will give you an absolutely new answer and you'll be amazed to know it that as well. So what do I need to focus on most right now in my life? How can I improve my health? Vedhi?
Yes.
This is the next question you can also consider. What daily activities can I do to live a healthier life?
All right. Okay.
What is the one thing I can do to increase my self-worth? हम लोग बहुत self-love की बात करते रहते हैं. For some, it will come as healthy boundaries. किसी के लिए आएगा be more vocal, किसी के लिए आएगा be more outgoing. So everybody will have a different version. What is the one thing I can do to increase my self-worth? Of course, another favorite topic most people have is money. What is the one thing I need to know about my unconscious belief about money?
Oh.
And of course, all of us are here to live, love, and laugh. What could be a good activity for me to engage in life that will help me to experience more fun? You can add more joy, more peace, more spirituality, whatever is your category in my life. Few things you have to be willing to receive the answers. I've been experimenting with dream incubation for good 2.5, 3 years more and more consciously. I've realized that even though I tell myself, I remember the question I've asked by morning, believe you me, नहीं याद रहता है. So please write it down. मैंने बहुत बार ट्राई किया कि मुझे तो याद रहेगा ही, मेरे मन में यही तो टॉपिक चल रहा है. And when I wake up, the entire dream is coming. I'm like, what was I really thinking of before I sleeping? So humble request, journal it down, pen it down. It's one of the best ways to then, when you wake up in the morning, it will allow you to connect the dots once your dreams come true. Do a certain ritual before you sleep. It can be lighting a candle, lavender puts us to sleep, having a chamomile tea, whatever. For me, because it's a Thinking Thursday, I'm online, but 8:30 my phone goes on D&D until next morning. So create your own ritual. If you're watching a lot of TV, social media before sleeping, trust me, that's going to amalgamate with your dreams. And then you'll question yourself, have I made it up? Is it a projection or is it a real dream? So maybe you can't do this every night, but the times you're dream incubating, those particular days, you can abstain from some of these things and truly allow yourself to focus on this. Full moon is a great time to put an incubation intention of what do I need to release? And new moon is a great time to ask what do I need to manifest? And like I said, we are just in the beginning of this entire presentation. I spoke that we are in the beginning of the new year. And in Japanese sayings, they say the belief is Hatsume. The first dream of the year is setting the energy. And you can actually ask that for this week. What is 2024 like for me? Where all do I need to focus on? Third, अंधेरा कर लो, melatonin release होने दो, अच्छे से नींद आने दो. Genuinely move into a blue screen or no screen space. And sit with yourself and ask, what do I really want to receive an answer from? And when I do, how ready am I to start implementing? A lot of times in the world of the conscious dreaming, you may ask for a thing, but your unconscious knows what you need to know, not what you want to know. Probably that is the first answer that will come to you, that you first resolve this for this to come through in your life. Yeah. With this, I'm done with this. I mean, I can keep going on. It's a huge topic with categories of dreams and how do you dream incubate. But this is the most simplest process you can work with at this point. Immerse, repeat focus, go to sleep is all what I'm going to say, and wait for the answers to come through and have a deep belief that the answer will come through with your dream recall. Best is to make a paper or a card, sleep on it, and morning, connect it back to your journal. Even the act of keeping a journal and a pen next to you will totally help you to recall your dreams. Yeah, any questions?
Any questions for Shilpa? Put it in the chat or you can ask her. Please raise your hand to ask a question. Yes, Ranika, go ahead.
Firstly, thank you so much, Shilpa, for this fantastic presentation. And I'm just so intrigued, ma'am, how intuitively things pan out, because earlier I was a book and the topic was the death of a loved one. And now we have this Thinking Thursday, which I had no idea what it was. I just stayed on to see what the topic was, and Shilpa came with her dream incubation. There's a lot that I want to discuss about both the topics, because I've been going through a process in this last 6 months or so. But one small thing is there that since summer, I've been getting dreams of my mother who is no more. And some of them are okay, some of them are disturbing, and some of she's just somewhere around the corner where something else is happening in the dream. And I've been trying to understand why it's happening. And then slowly my brother started coming in the dream. It's my mother and my brother all the time. And I still did not understand till in September. My brother's friend who passed away last year of a cardiac issue, he was there in the dream as well, along with both of them. And that's when I got scared. And in October, end of October, my brother was hospitalized because he had 3 clots in his heart, and we almost lost him twice. So for 1 month, he was in the hospital, extremely bad situation. And that's when I realized what my mother was probably trying to convey. And then his friend who passed away last year, he was also in the dream, randomly just came, and this happened. During the process of going through the hospital, that's another long story, which I won't take much of the time, but then I had a vision, and from after that, when I was healing my brother, I had a vision, and the next day, the vision was of a church. The next day, while coming out of the hospital, I see this signboard in front of me, Church of Epiphany. And during the vision, I had an epiphany about my connection with my brother. And I searched about this church. It's a heritage church in Gurgaon, made in 1860. And I just found there's a connection with my brother here. So at night, I just set the intention, to my guides. I said, just give me some more information than just showing me the signboard. I woke up in the morning. The moment I opened my eyes, the first thing I hear is 1917. Just 1 year. I go back to the church site. I go through the entire church site, and I come on the heritage page. And I come to know that 1917, there was a particular person who was transferred to this church, and he was the one who actually started conducting a regular service for the next 2 years, this Lieutenant Colonel Elliot. And now my task is to actually find how Lieutenant Colonel Elliot is associated with my brother. It's such, and the moment you started talking about dream incubation, I just realized that's exactly what I had done. I slept, give me an answer, give me some more information, and I woke up with random 1917 coming in my mind, the first thing. And that just set the trail, forward about what exactly happened in the church in 1917. So thank you. There's still a lot more that I need to decipher.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but that's
so much.
amazing. Even we do have a category of dreams called as dreams from the departed loved ones, and you can certainly incubate on connecting with them as well. But like I said, there are multiple categories. One has to learn to discern them gradually as well. What is a projection? What is a nightmare? What is an actual gift? What is a reality? And that usually comes with constant working by journaling and understanding how much is your projection and how much is really coming through you from unconscious.
Right. So,
yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. And yes, that is dream incubation. That is conscious dreaming. A couple of hands are up. Ma, you will help me with this.
Sorry, yes, I know. Ambika put the hand up first. So Ambika, please go first.
Hi, thank you for this session. I want to ask you, my brother-in-law, he passed in 2019 with multiple sclerosis, and he was in a lot of pain for around 8-9 years. We saw him suffer a lot. And we are a joint family, staying in one building, one flat each, 3 flats. So when he passed away, after he was gone, I dreamed of him lying on a bed, and he was very weak. He could not get up. Then he asked for water. Like he was not getting up. So I offered him water. So he drank a few drops, and then he was able to get up. So I want to know what is the meaning of that. That has happened a lot, or like 2-3 years ago. So I want to know, what does it mean?
So one of the rules of dreams is the dreamer is always right, and there is a way to interpret the dream, truth be told. Okay, so to be able to give you literally an offhand answer will not help. There'll be there's a process to work with it. Having said that, and did you see your brother after he had moved on?
Yes.
So
and also, I had seen before he had gone, I had seen that like जो अर्थी उठाते हैं, I had seen in my dream that उनका उठाया जा रहा है, मतलब before he was dead, I had seen him that he was being taken away with, he had already died before
Yeah.
his death.
That's a premonitive dream. You were already told he is going to move on.
Yeah.
Okay, you were prepared for the transition of the person who was related to you.
Yeah, and that has same has happened with my father-in-law also. When he was suffering, I had got a dream कि जो हमारे घर में बैठक होती है जाने के बाद, वो हमारे घर में हो रही है. So I am very scared of these like bad premonitions. I don't know why do I get this. And sometimes my mother-in-law said that कि अगर कोई चला गया है and he asks for water or food in your dream, you should not give because he will take something from your life. It's not good. I don't know, but nothing bad happened to me in that sense.
Good. So
because
your reality is saying bad nahi hoga. आपने पानी दिया
नहीं.
and it's worked for you. And
Yeah.
premonitive dreams intuitions are intuitions. It is going to foretell you or forewarn you. Okay, that is how dreams work. My journey also started at the age 14 and a half, 15, was about seeing my grandfather's death. And that's how I got fascinated with this dream world. तो आप डर कैसे सकते हो? Of course, I know some people get scared, but the point is, question yourself, what is the purpose of these people giving me this vision? Probably I'm going to contribute to certain transition in their life. इसीलिए आपको ये ड्रीम दिया
Yes.
जा रहा है. Maybe you have to pray, maybe you have to be prepared. कुछ आप बेटर कर सकते हो उनके ट्रांजिशन के लिए, इसीलिए आपको ये गिफ्ट दी गई है.
Because I was offering water, so I could not understand how it can be bad for him or me. I did not understand that. But that was one more thing, if you would permit me, because other people are also in line. When I was married into this joint family, I was through a lot and I went into depression. Then one night I dreamed of my Nanaji and my Dadaji. Both had passed away in white cloths, and light was coming out of their cloths. And my Nanaji was blessing me कि तुम हमेशा खुश रहोगी, तुम्हारे मन में हमेशा सुख और संतोष रहेगा. After that, I recovered very fast.
So
So
what do you interpret out of this beautiful dream?
I interpreted that कि जो हमारे बड़े होते हैं, हम जब बच्चे होते हैं तो उनको हम जानते भी नहीं, हमको कुछ वैल्यू भी नहीं देते हैं, but they are always there caring for us. So my
Absolutely.
Nanaji had passed away, but still in there also he was looking after me.
हमारे पूर्वज हमें कभी छोड़ते ही नहीं है. They're always
Yeah.
going to be with us because we are a part of them. This is how the whole journey works. And Dr. Jain speaks very beautifully on ancestral healing and ancestral connections. तो
And ma'am,
हमें
you
लगता है
won't
मिले नहीं
believe,
है, पर हम उसी जनरेशन से आए हुए हैं.
and ma'am, you won't believe I had met my Nanaji only for a few minutes, 1 or 2 times. Like,
Yeah.
so I don't know how he could come and bless me with all well-being. I can't, it doesn't make sense to me, but it worked. It worked miraculously.
It worked. That's it. That's the most beautiful part of life. Thank you so much for sharing. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's go with Henna. Henna, please go ahead.
Henna, you'll have to unmute yourself, darling.
Henna, unmute kar.
I am so sorry, yes. I wanted to share something. It's a funny incident actually, and it happened to me this morning itself. So usually आजकल मेरे साथ हो रहा है that I wake up around 4:30 अपने आप से. So रात को I have I have two people in my life right now that I'm trying to decipher कि who is the right person. So I was confused. And रात को मैं literally यही सोच के सोई कि क्या करूं यार, मतलब like one person I like, but he has too many red flags, but the other guy has green flags, but I don't like him as such. So मैं क्या करूं? So I slept with that thought, and apparently when I woke up, मुझे पता है कि कुछ तो मेरे दिमाग में आया, but I could not recall it, कि what it was. I wanted to recall, but I couldn't recall. But some feeling kind of persisted in me कि कुछ तो हुआ है, कुछ तो subconscious mind ने कुछ खिचड़ी पकाई है, कुछ message डाला है that I am not able to decipher, but something has happened. So I just need to trust that. And suddenly जब मैं सुबह उठी, तो I had feeling for the green flag वाला guy, जिसका मेरा मेरे को कुछ नहीं हो रहा था 1 महीने से. I was like कि पता नहीं क्यों यार रेड फ्लैग की तरफ आई एम गेटिंग अट्रैक्ट, कौन सा ट्रॉमा है मेरा जो अट्रैक्ट कर रहा है. But then apparently I got some feeling for the green flag guy. I'm not saying like I'm in love with him or something, but हाँ मतलब कुछ लग रहा है कि चलो हाँ कुछ तो वर्कआउट टाइप्स हो सकता है. So I got some message in my, I don't know exactly कि क्या है, but somehow किसी ने तो पीछे से डंडा करा है कि go for the green flag guy and he's the right one. Or I started getting some feelings कि so that I can at least talk to him or give him a chance, perhaps.
Beautiful. So,
So,
beautiful, Anna. Thank you so much for sharing, because a lot of times you will wake up with a clarity of energy. Not necessarily you will recall the dream, but you just wake up feeling good and think, मुझे पता है exactly मुझे कहाँ जाना है. और वो
true.
होता है.
That's what happened. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
brilliant.
And today
Brilliant.
I got to do your session. Usually at this time I'm at gym, so मैं नहीं करती. But I don't know why, but somehow today I got to attend it. So
I guess
got my
because मैं भी
answer.
out of the way जाके आई हूँ, because मैं भी सो जाती हूँ 8:30 बजे.
So yeah, thank you so much.
And I'm traveling, so I'm also going to share to what you just said, that I slept with this thought last night that what kind of group is going to come through, and what even dream incubation is a very, very vast topic, ma'am. So actually, I went off to sleep last night with that thought, what am I going to present tomorrow? And literally, my book this morning, the entire flow came through, and I started working on my presentation. So I still use dream incubation for every little thing, and literally have written these 10 points. Ki this is the topic, this is how I'm going to cover, this is what I'm going to talk about. That came to me this morning.
Right.
I have an entire dream incubation separate presentation. I was just intuiting with the group's energy. मतलब मैं इस group के साथ क्या present करूँ? And this is what I got today.
Lovely.
Thank you, Henna, for sharing that.
Thank you, Henna.
Thank you so much.
Let's go with Pooja. Then Purnita.
Yeah, hello, good evening, Shilpa. Thank you, ma'am.
Good evening.
मुझे ना ये आज बहुत नया information मिला about dreams and all. तो मुझे ना हमेशा एक सवाल रहता था कि मैं पानी से बहुत डरती हूँ, I can't swim. तो हमेशा मतलब जब भी मैंने अभी जैसे आपने पूछा ना कि आपको कौन सा ड्रीम याद आता है आपका, तो मुझे हमेशा 2 ड्रीम्स याद आते हैं। उसमें एक ड्रीम हमेशा मेरा ऐसे होता है कि या तो बहुत गंदा पानी है या बहुत साफ पानी है, या फिर मैं बीच समुंदर में अटकी और मैं स्विम करे जा रही हूँ, जो मुझे बिल्कुल नहीं आता है असल में, और मैं कहीं नहीं पहुंचती हूँ। और दूसरा एक ड्रीम आता है कि मैं बहुत फास्ट ड्राइव कर रही हूँ, और होता उसका नतीजा ये है कि मैं या तो 2 या 3 बजे कभी-कभी अचानक उठ जाती हूँ। मुझे कभी-कभी याद आता है ये बात, कभी-कभी याद नहीं आती है, बट अभी मैं कनेक्शन लगाने की कोशिश कर रही थी कि ये शायद किसी के साथ मतलब किसी चीज को लिख के कनेक्शन है, या इसका कुछ मीनिंग हो सकता है, या क्या मैसेज होगा? अगर ये होगा तो क्या मैसेज होगा?
तो पहली बात, जैसे मैंने कहा कि ड्रीमर की खुद की एक डिक्शनरी होती है, ठीक है. However, अगर मैं ब्रॉड स्केल में बात करूं, तो वाटर यूजुअली represents our emotions, our subconscious. अब इसको और गहराई में जाके लिखिए कि मुझे, and second thing is important to remember, what am I feeling in the dream? What is the energy that is coming through in the dream? What were my thoughts before I slept? दूसरा, बाय एंड लार्ज जिंदगी के सफर में गाड़ी तेज चल रही है तो आपको पता होना चाहिए कौन तेज चल रहा है. So again, sit back and question yourself, because dreams also speak to us in metaphorical language. So personally, for me, when I start to see cars, or when I see whether I'm driving or someone else is driving, I'm like, okay, this is something very personal. Universe is telling me about my own journey in life. So Pooja, I will invite you to think कि आपके लिए इसका क्या मायना है. पहले तो आप वो सोचिए, मेरे ख्याल कुछ दिनों से क्या चल रहे हैं, इसकी वजह से ये ड्रीम आ रहा है. But what is important for me right now that caught my attention is ये आपको बार-बार dreams आ रहे हैं, which means they are recurring dreams. And in the
Yes.
dream world, we say a recurring dreams is a very, very strong message from your subconscious, waiting for you to work with it. Otherwise, it will keep coming back to you. So it's very important for you to work with your recurring dreams. And that can impact your waking reality otherwise.
ओके, मतलब आप यही बोल रहे हो कि अगर ये वापस आता है मींस वर्क ऑन इट, मींस मुझे उसके फीलिंग्स को जानना है कि क्या थॉट है मेरे.
एब्सोल्युटली. और मैं उसको कैसे हील कर लूं, रिलीज करूं या शिफ्ट करूं, मेरी अवेयरनेस क्या है इसके आजू बाजू में.
ओके.
या एम्ब्रेस करूं डिपेंडिंग ऑन द कंटेंट ऑफ योर ड्रीम.
ओके, या श्योर.
Thank you for
Shilpa.
asking.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Pooja. Purnita, quick but okay, because Shilpa has to leave.
So Shilpa, on as you said, whatever dream we have on the first of the year, first day of the year, that continues. तो क्या हुआ कि on 31st night when we are like trying to 1st January, I actually did some kind of charity work for some elderly beggar ladies. So I saw that another beggar lady was coming in front of my house, and she was just looking into our main entrance. And then I suddenly thought ki maybe she is going to enter into my house, better to give her something. And I just gave her a bowl of this soaked soya bean. So what does that mean actually?
ये
Soya
ड्रीम
bean.
है या रियलिटी है?
Dream. I saw that in that dream.
That कोई आपके घर आया और आपने उसको सोयाबीन दिया,
हाँ.
आपके लिए इसका मतलब क्या बनता है?
First, I thought I was not happy with that dream. I was expecting something, grand for 1st January. But then जब ये आया तो I connected that with that donation thing that I did while transiting to 1st of January. And I thought that, okay, deep down in my heart, I have a wish ki I'll get more money so that I can help widows, like beggars, orphan kids, like that. So that's the
Right.
thing. Then I felt
That's
a
where
kind
you
of
got your answer, that in giving more, I'm going to receive more.
okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Prachi, go ahead, beta.
Hi Shilpa, your session was wonderful. I would like to share a couple of experiences. I've had dreams which have mostly come true, but after 2 years. So I have seen, probably what I dream today will come true after 2 years, and I can remember that, and I can describe it, and in detail, in perfect detail. After this, what is going to happen? After that, what is going to happen? In complete detail, in sequence. So there's one example which I would like to say, that when I was pregnant with twins, almost every night I would sleep and I would feel that both my kids are coming out, and it is a girl and a boy, and they would come and talk to me that there is some danger, and I have to be careful about it. But I could not understand their language, so I would keep telling my husband that we need to go to somebody who can convert their language and tell me what it is, what do they want to tell me about. So but then he was a little scared, because if you can't trust anybody, you don't know anybody such who can translate their language or whatever. So we didn't do anything about it, and they came in the 26th week. They were born in the 26th week in an emergency. So then after that, my entire life changed, and they survived after that, after a lot of ups and downs and this and that. But ultimately, I got to know the dangers of vaccine.
Oh.
So I had taken a vaccine, and the same day I started bleeding, and it, they had to be born. So they were trying to warn me, probably they were trying to warn me to do not take the vaccine.
And in spite of that, they were still born. So you were warned, but you were also told they will come to you. And that's how you received them with a lot of love and grace.
Yeah.
So much for sharing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prachi. That was lovely sharing. Stressful sharing, but now, of course, we can learn from all this.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Divya, go ahead. Divya, you'll have to unmute, beta.
Okay, sorry. Yes, thank you so much, Shilpa. Actually, it's very interesting because two things very quick. One, that मेरे dream में थोड़ा ये रहता है कि I remember the dream many times. And मजे की बात ये है कि sometimes मैं कोई सपना देख रही हूँ and somebody is waking me. So I literally say, please let it complete. Even if I wake up for 2 minutes, I go back and I complete my dream. So दूसरा एक question था कि suppose I recently, a month or two back, I was sleeping and I got up with a name, very clear name. Like I got up saying the name. The person जिसका name मेरे dream में आया, वो ना मेरे conscious में ना मैं आपको जानती हूँ. He is a person who is vice chancellor in some university abroad. Okay. I was not thinking about, I don't know the person, nothing like that. I simply know I was reading somewhere, and that is, I got up with the name Mr. So and so. And I was very intrigued. I mean, where did it come from? Not related, not connected, not thought of. So, and it is again my, I would say most of the time, I can remember the dreams. Oh, that also happens. Once I saw a dream in a map, and there's a Thailand, and I'm thinking in my dream, why am I showing this particular resort in Thailand? And 2 days later, there was a news, very big news. There's some bomb blast in Thailand. So that is, I understand that maybe some message was coming over. But this, एक तो everybody makes fun कि आपके dream पता नहीं कैसे, it's like a movie, you pause and you restart. But this, I'm trying to understand, but I'm unable. Why this name popped up, literally popped up in the afternoon, 15 minutes nap. How, I'm really lost this time. So
no, that's fine. Some of the times dreams tell us way in advance for certain things to happen. Okay. So I personally tell people journal the date and the time and wait for it to unfold for you, because sometimes it's a small trailer for a bigger movie to come through. And you will also get, because you beautifully mentioned that it's a movie for you, you will get scene 2, scene 3, आपको धीरे धीरे उसके connections आने लग जाएंगे. And then you'll be able to connect the dots. So some dreams are like cooked biryanis. It takes forever, but finally you will get the message and it starts connecting to it. So it does happen like that. Pick ke rakho. Somewhere in 2017 or 2018, through my visions and my dreams, I'd written about 2020 COVID. And I went back to my journals and I said, oh my God, I'd written it. So some dreams will take its own time, will prepare you. Some will be very instantaneous कि कल का दिन कैसा है, 4 दिन बाद क्या होने वाला है. कोई family, and for some people for deaths, it prepares you for 15 days, 1 year, 1 month, 5 years. Primarily to tell you, fix it, heal it, complete it. And if you're chosen, work on the transitions.
Right. Got it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Rohini, go ahead, Vita.
Good evening, and it's so nice to see Shilpa and listen to her voice. So I am have been a dreamer all my life. I used to watch dreams, and there were some dreams which were recurrent. But it's been a while, a couple of months, where when I sleep, it's a blank slate. There is nothing absolutely. And off late, it's been a week or so that when I get up in the morning and go back to sleep is when I dream, and I don't remember them. So how, so I have come to a space where I feel that I dream, but I don't remember, or there is nothing that I've seen. So how do I understand this? From somebody who's, as Divyaji said, that I would watch it as a movie, wait, watch, then play it again.
It's 21:15.
So just wanted to uncover that. What is this state that I'm in right now?
Sometimes your body needs rest and it just doesn't want to receive anything, and you're really peaceful with it. And it's all right to be in that space. Unless you say, you know what, I want to start finding my dreams, you can put an intention that I choose to recall once I wake up and sleep. And there is an ancient tradition, by the way, done by a lot of Native Americans and many, many indigenous tribes, where they actually wake up in the middle of the night. It's called as 2 parts of dreams. They do certain rituals, they pray, they meditate, they go back to sleep to wait for the next dream after 2 hours to come through. And that is the dream they use during the course of the day. So you can also probably say, मुझे रात का नहीं याद है, I'm okay. The question being, if you want to remember them or not remember them. If you want to recall them, put an intention again. As soon as I wake up, I'll recall them. And sometimes it's just nice to be in blank state. I think Mandukya Upanishad, when they speak about an absolutely blank state, which means you're really in a state of bliss. And that's also welcome. The rare state, but we all do enter into that state once in a while. A lot of us, I'm not sure, I'm sure, in fact, most of us have a lot of time woken up with wanting to just spread compassion and joy as soon as we wake up, and we don't know why we are feeling what we are feeling. And that could also be the collective consciousness energy and the journey that you're tuning into. So you can choose whether you want to recall or you want to enjoy the state of bliss, Rohini.
All right. So what I wrote for my dream incubation today was that that I want to receive my single motto or guidance of life for life. So is that
It can. You can go more specific in what context. So because you're learning to recall them again, at least you'll be able to start creating a jigsaw of pieces and understand the larger picture. If it's an entire big dream and if you're good with interpretation, great. Otherwise, you start to wonder what does it really mean.
Yeah.
So you can start going specific as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe break it
down into chunkable, bite-sized pieces.
Okay. Good.
So I'll just add to that what Shilpa said, Rohini. It need not be an image. It can be a feeling with which you wake up.
Yeah.
Sometimes a dream may not be an image like a movie. It can just be a feeling, like you wake up with a feeling of fear, or you wake up with a feeling of joy, or you wake up with a feeling of disappointment. So in your dream diary, just write that feeling.
Yeah.
Maybe the image is not yet associated with the feeling, but the feeling is coming first. Maybe the next day again you wake up with the feeling.
Yeah.
And then a couple of days later, maybe the feeling will associate itself with an image and then with a movie. So sometimes, what happens is when you are a vivid dreamer, then your mind also requires rest.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just go blank for a couple of days, and sometimes the dream world is so active that you are tired in the morning.
Yeah, because you watch so much.
Yeah, because you are not dead, no? You are alive in the dream. So you are running, rushing, working, right? So you're tired by the time it's morning. So the key is sometimes you just need to rest. So dreams have their own ways of making the person feel relaxed, or the person prepare for the future, or the person beginning to plan for the future. So keep writing feelings, images, thoughts, anything that has come to you when you wake up. And slowly, like Shilpa was saying, it'll form a string. Like the pieces of the jigsaw will start falling in place.
Yeah.
So be patient in your dream for the dreams. And I don't be like, why am I not dreaming today or something? It's okay. You're not dreaming today, right? Every state is okay. Remember, you're dreaming, it's okay. If you're not, it's okay. If you are getting up worried, it's okay. So when you have the sense of being okay, then everything will start coming up and you will be able to get clarity to put things together also.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Get up in the morning, a feeling is there.
Yeah.
So like Shilpa was saying that, people like somebody like me who sleeps really late in the night. Shilpa is somebody who sleeps very early. For me, it's like, what, 8:30 are you sleeping? Like that's unheard of in my dictionary. Okay. So I sleep at 2 or 3 in the morning, right? Because my mind is so active in the night, right? Though I am awake, but I'm already in a dream state while I'm awake. So I am lucid while I am awake and while I'm sleeping. So for me, there is no sleep state. I can be dreaming even with my eyes open. So the key to understand is each one of us have designed our own ways of getting or accessing unconscious messages. Somebody writes and accesses unconscious messages. Somebody dreams, they need to sleep to dream to access unconscious messages. Some people, like there are artists who paint in the night because it's so quiet. No? So a lot of creative juices start flowing in the night. We have to understand it's from darkness that we go to light. So our dream world is a space where the seed of our kind of, let's say, kind of our seed of creativity or our seed of ourselves, our soul is sown there. So thoda time do usko. Things will all materialize in time to come. There's no need to get anxious about it, is what I'm saying. No? Okay, we have Anjali and then Rahul and then we end. Shilpa, is that okay? Beta?
Yeah. 2 more because then...
Quickly, beta, and then Rahul. Last is Rahul.
हेलो मैम, थैंक यू मैम। पहले शिल्पा, मुझे ये जानना था कि कई बार जैसे अभी आपका ये सेशन से मुझे ये पता चला कि कई बार हम अपने सपने को कंट्रोल भी कर सकते हैं। अ, मेरे साथ ऐसा होता है अक्सर कि मैं जब अपने सपने में कहीं कोई ऐसी बुरी चीज की तरफ जाती हूँ, तो मुझे पता होता है कि ये सपना है और मुझे उसको कंट्रोल करना है, तो मैं वहां जाती ही नहीं हूँ और मैं कहीं ना कहीं उस डायरेक्शन से कहीं और डायरेक्शन में खुद को लेके जाती हूँ। तो ये अभी मुझे आपके उससे पता चला कि हाँ, ये शायद ये भी एक स्टेज होती है। दूसरा कि अभी जब से मैं ऋषिकेश से आई हूँ, तो मैं कुछ अननोन लोगों के सपने देख रही हूँ, मतलब कि जिनको मैं कभी मिली नहीं या मैं कभी जानती ही नहीं हूँ। तो वो मेरे लिए थोड़ा अजीब सी चीज थी, जिनको मैंने कभी देखा नहीं, मैं उनको सपने में देखना। और दूसरा कि अभी मैं अभी जब से मैं ऋषिकेश से आई हूँ, तो मैं थोड़ा मेडिटेशन शुरू किया है। रात में एक दिन मैं कुछ ऐसा, सिस्टर शिवानी को मैं सुनती हूँ, मुझे पसंद है वो, तो मैं ऐसे ही उनको सुन रही थी और मुझे पता नहीं चल रहा था, मेरा पूरा फोकस था कि मैं उनको सुन रही हूँ। लेकिन मुझे कुछ ऐसे स्मेल सी आई कि कुछ स्मेल आ रही है, और मैं मतलब कि लेटे लेटे ही किचन तक गई और उसके बाद फिर मैं वापस आई कि किचन के सारे गैस के वो बंद है नॉब। और उसके बाद फिर मैंने मेरी कैट है नोवा, तो मैंने उसको महसूस किया कि वो मेरे यहाँ पे जैसे वो चढ़ी हुई है। तो मैं उसको बोल रही हूँ कि नोवा, मैंने मना किया है, बेड पे नहीं आना है। तो वो उठ कर के सीधे मेरे पैर के पास में जाके बैठ जाता है। तो फिर मुझे ये रियलाइज होता है कि अब मुझे उठ जाना चाहिए और नोवा को प्रॉपर जगह पे वो कर देना चाहिए। जब मेरी आंख खुली तो फिर मुझे ऐसा लगा कि ये तो जैसे सब वैनिश हो गया। मैं मतलब जैसे कोई सारा चीज में मैं खुद को, और उधर मेरा पूरे दिमाग में ये सुनाई दे रहा था कि सिस्टर शिवानी की बातें क्या चल रही हैं। मतलब मेरा पूरा फोकस था कि वो क्या बोल रही हैं, मतलब वो नहीं गया था। मेरा पूरा ध्यान उनकी आवाज पे था, वो क्या बोल रही हैं ये सब मुझे पता चल रहा था। लेकिन ये चीज मुझे समझ ही में नहीं आई कि ये सपना था, ये क्या था। ये मुझे ड्रीम्स बहुत कम आते हैं, मैं बहुत मतलब मुझे याद भी नहीं रहता है, कुछ हल्के फुल्के आते हैं तो लेकिन अभी ये मेरे लिए ये कुछ अलग ही था।
और आपको पूरा ड्रीम याद था, आप ऐसा कर, आपको उस वक्त नहीं लगा ड्रीम है, आपको लगा वो रियलिटी है।
हाँ, वो सारा रियल लग रहा
It's
था।
also what we call it as astral traveling, yeah, where the dream body is getting out, experiencing everything and coming back.
ओके।
और आप दो जगह एक साथ रह सकते हो। तो ये आपका अनकॉन्शियसली हुआ है। बहुत लोग जो बहुत साधना करते हैं, उनके लिए ये बहुत कॉन्शियस प्रैक्टिस भी होती है।
हम्म।
This is also, and Mark, come in if you want to, but this is massively astral traveling. जहाँ आप एक जगह सो रहे हो और बाहर निकल रहे हो।
हाँ, तो कई बार होता है सपने के भीतर हम
हम्म।
यहाँ जा रहे हैं अपने घर में या किसी और के घर में, या जो दिन में जो चीजें हुई है वो वापस हम देखते हैं। सो ऐसे भी सपने होते हैं जिसके कोई ज्यादा मीनिंग नहीं है उसका। इट्स जस्ट दैट इट इज ट्रैवलिंग बिकॉज यू हैव टू मूव आउट ऑफ द फिजिकल बॉडी एवरी नाइट। आपको अपने फिजिकल अवस्था से बाहर आना है, बिकॉज दिस बॉडी इज टेम्पररी। इसलिए हमें हर रात को स्वप्न स्थिति में जाना है। तो स्वप्न स्थिति में जब हम जाते हैं तो इस तरह के भी सपने हमें आ सकते हैं। वी आर मूविंग, दैट्स ऑल। इसमें हर हर सपना डीप और प्रोफाउंड नहीं होता। हर सपने का कुछ डीप मीनिंग नहीं होता। इट कैन जस्ट बी एन एस्ट्रल ट्रैवल, दैट्स ऑल।
लेकिन
और
मैम जैसे
सिंपल
कि
हाउसकीपिंग ड्रीम।
अननोन चेहरे जिनको कि मैं कभी मिली नहीं हूँ, उनको ड्रीम में
आपको
देखती
लगता है अभी आप नहीं मिले,
हाँ
हो
सॉरी
सकता है
मैम।
थोड़े टाइम बाद मिलेगी आप उनको, फिर आप कहेंगे अरे आपको तो मैंने सपने में देखा था। ऐसे भी होता है। या राहुल,
मिलते हैं।
हाँ राहुल
बहुत लोग सपनों में जो आ जाते हैं कुछ महीनों बाद भी मिलते हैं।
राहुल।
Hello, Shilpa ji. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful session. I know. I just wanted to ask, so basically, a dream needn't be always, relaxing. Because I mean, you said that, generally one feels it's good because it's relaxing. because I mean, sometimes, dreams kind of warn you for something, like when you have a bad dream, which maybe warning you. For example, like, I think it was around 21 or probably 21. And, I had this dream of an accident, because I used to be, traveling in my moped. And I had dreamt that, like I'll fall off the next day and the car will run over my stomach. So I had seen that the car coming, I've come down the moped, and when I look at the back, there's just this car. It's dark, and the car just moves in my stomach. So I told my mother about this. So she just brushed it off that, oh, it's just imagination. And that day I had to also meet my counselor. So when I went to the counselor, and he said that, oh, it's just, something that's, that maybe you are having some, gas in the tummy or something, and you just started, dreaming like that. So, and as I came back home, so when I went, when I traveled, to the counselor, the road was perfect. When I came back, I was coming back, and it was dark, and the road was dug up. The wheel got stuck, and it went cartwheeling, and I mean, like I went cartwheeling along with the mobile, and I was flat or thrown on the road, and there was the same car which I had dreamt of. Now I had dreamt that the accident will happen in Ames. And this happened just outside Taj Mansingh. Okay, so I was there flat, and then this car comes, and I knew this is going to go over my stomach, because this guy is surely not going to see me in on that dark road. I just mustered the courage, and it just kind of went and just flung myself on the pavement. So the thing was that, like, I mean, I'd kind of seen this, so it was bad, and it literally very disturbing dream. But I felt that dream kind of saved me. But there was another twist to this, that like the accident had happened in the two-wheeler, and it was just on outside All India Medical Institute. In the evening, I get a call, so I was obviously taken to the hospital and all that, in quite a bad shape. In the evening, I get a call from my cousin, who's met with an accident on the two-wheeler, and that was the exact same time at the Ames, where I was supposed to have. And the very next day, I get the call from my cousin in Calcutta, who's actually had an accident on the same day in Calcutta on a two-wheeler. So, I mean, how is this related? Because, I mean, I kind of dreamt.
One, you were forewarned for yourself, and luckily the dream already got felt like a nightmare, was a forewarning for you to look after yourself.
Yeah, because I
but
thought
the
it
fact
saved
that
me.
there are other two people involved who are your relatives, for me, this is a shared consciousness dream where you've been also told about something else that's going to happen. However, you were not able to interpret it at that time. So you could look after yourself, but parallelly, दो लोगों के साथ यही चीज हुई है. This is also a shared dream.
Okay, so like both kind of got combined.
Yeah. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Did you say that they were combining?
Yeah, I mean, they both kind of the forewarning and the shared
And the
kind
foretelling both happened
foretelling.
parallelly. Yes, yes.
Okay, and so see, like I'd broken my my hand was in the plaster, and it was very strange because when the day when my next session with the counselor happened, he was very angry because he came out with the plaster also, and again he had the accident on a two-wheeler.
Wow, this is crazy. Okay, this is interesting actually.
It was quite funny too, So
actually, what happens is sometimes 2-3 people, it's like each one of you, possibly, I'm just thinking now, each one of you has experienced some trauma in a past life, separately or together. And there comes a moment in the cosmological history where all three of you are experiencing that ghat mane that trauma, okay, together. And not only experiencing the trauma, but reliving the trauma and releasing the trauma also together. It's like, when people share Like you're traveling in a boat, and the boat, let's say, kind of gets capsized, and everybody gets drowned together. So similarly, all of you may have experienced some trauma in some lifetime together, and each one of you have decided in the cosmological history of all of you that we will be releasing it together. So helping each other in some way, each one of you was helping to survive, because nobody died in this. Correct. So that means each one of you are being helped to survive this. And interestingly, when you went to the counselor, he also appeared in a cast. Okay, indicating that he too was involved in something. Okay, so this is very interesting. Like Shilpa said, a shared consciousness. Sometimes you can have a shared past life. We've had couples or people like brother and sister or husband and wife who actually experience part of the same past life. In this case also, it is shared. But the sharing is to help each other.
And that help, Ma, what I feel is because he took a stance and he believed in it, help the others, because one's decision created the new journey for the others also. The whole pathway got opened up.
True, absolutely. It's like meeting. Everybody met. Meaning their consciousness met and they said, hey man, let's just do this together. Free each other, like help each other to get out of this space. So that's actually happened.
This is like co-ception instead of inception. It's like
instead of inception. Interesting, Ranika. So on that interesting word, let us end our Thinking Thursday today. Thank you, Shilpa, for being our guest and patiently listening to all the questions. And thank you all of you for asking some interesting questions and sharing your insights. So let's all give a reaction to Shilpa for this super, super, super session. Everybody, let's give hearts or thumbs up or whatever you want to give. And so thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much for the wonderful session.
Thank you.